This really is just superb, Jeff. You've done an unbelievable job. Where did you get your dimensions from, actually, on this?
I went down and visited Annika Sorensen's academy, David Ledbetter's academy, the Legacy Golf Resort Academy, and Corey Cartouche's academy in Winnipeg.
Yep.
And asked them everything that they liked most about their building and everything they liked least about their building. And what I did is I didn't do anything they didn't like, and I did everything they did like. And so I blended all the buildings, and I actually got to design the building, which is my first crack at design. And then they built it. And I wanted the lean-to roof. I wanted it nice and open. I wanted the biggest garage doors that are pretty much out there.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that I've seen, and I've been at some pretty amazing academies across Canada, is when I stand in there, I do not like claustrophobic feel.
Yes.
I want people to stand here and just see what they want to see without worrying about hitting a wall, hitting the roof. I wanted lots of room so that they could hit. I wanted to be able to have lots of room so I could move around freely, and basically I wanted to make sure I could display any information that I wanted to display.
Just one question, and because Katusha is not going to like the fact that you made a better facility than what they got at St. Charles. Mild home course, by the way. Corey, we love you. We're just teasing you. But
Corey was a big asset for this for me.
Corey, I still want to play there now and then when I go back, so I got to be nice. But I'm going to ask you one question.
Yes.
With regards to heating, because I love talking about heating.
Yeah.
If you could do this again, would you put in-floor radiant heat?
If I could afford it, absolutely. But
Okay.
that's the price tag was not in the budget.
Okay, I got you.
You know, you have to do within budgets. We called in a lot of favors, a lot of friends of mine to help build this.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people had the vision I had.
Yes.
And so they wanted to help me out. And I mean, we did lots of neat things. Like one of the neatest parts that nobody will ever figure out is out front here, Terry. This just looks like normal grass, and it looks unsloped and unfinished. And believe it or not, like, you would expect to see a perfect tee deck like that one right across the front. And what I learned was when I was at Annika's Academy and talking to their teaching professionals, I asked them, I said, why don't you have a nice range out front so you can hit out front? And he says, we did this on purpose. And I said, what are you talking about? And he says, now you can teach from a perfect lie in there. You can teach from a perfect lie in there. How many perfect lies do you get on a golf course?
Good point.
So guess what? Now I have the downgrade, I have a 4-degree downgrade slope here where they can hit with the ball down below. Now I move up here. Do you want to see what happens on an extreme uphill lie?
Oh, very cool.
I move this far, and we hit balls from here, and we realize the ball flight. Do you want to see an extreme downhill? We're right here. So actually, when
Very
I
cool.
had this done, I had the contour, the shaper, like the expert in the business.
Yes.
He come along, and I just said, this is what I'd like to see. I would like to see all different angles so I can access it within 20 yards of my facility and teach people to hit every shot in the bag.
Well, I don't want you to feel burned, but I'm working with a guy over there, Darren Holt, at Belvedere Golf Course. So just as you used all those guys to figure out what the things, now I want to see if I can get him to build one of these at Belvedere Golf Course with in-floor radiant heat.
You know, at every course, if they can get creative, it's amazing. They'll make it work. We're already seeing the benefits financially, and it's an asset to have it at any golf course.
Just last question, if you don't
Yes.
mind. And you mentioned you're seeing the benefits financially. I know you can't show the books on this,
Yeah.
but I mean, would you mind sharing with the audience? This is a pretty big. I'd say it's about 1,500 square feet or more.
Yeah. Well, every bay was 24 by 24 feet. So.
And how big is the main hitting bay?
Same thing, 24 by 24.
They're all the same.
Yeah. Sorry. You know what? My hitting bay is a little bit wider. Sorry. We wanted to make sure. Sorry, mine's 24 by 24. The other bays are 24 by I think 18.
Wow, that's cool. That's still lots of room.
Well, absolutely. And we wanted, basically we have 3 members bays because we respect our members. We want them to be able to hit year round and have
Right.
an opportunity and not be forced into a lesson just because they want to, because we have the facility. So now I have my one side, we have the members facility. They love it. They're around me. I can do clinics. Well, look at this. We got some of the greatest players in Saskatchewan here practicing right now. Last night we played in the rain. It was absolutely raining, and we had some of these top shooters out there working on their game with me, and it was raining. Normally, guess what? We're sitting inside wondering what we can do. We had a full practice session because of what we could do here.
I lied. Second last question. So
Sure,
this will
keep
be the
going, buddy.
okay.
Keep
So
going.
now I noticed you've got these dividers, and you pointed something out very carefully too. That you took from Corey. Is he's got holes in the walls.
Yes, well, like I said, I wanted to learn from everybody, and I learned so much from Corey. A lot of this building, the carpeting, that's coming right from Corey. He suggested I use that because it puts really well. But the dividers, I wanted to make sure I didn't get any holes in the wall and it was very safe. So basically, a friend of mine and I built those, and just with regular carpeting, with indoor, outdoor carpeting, and we have no holes in any of our walls.
And you said the green runs at about 12, 11?
It runs 10 on the step meter.
10 on
You can
step?
order it what level you want.
That's
I
so
ordered
cool.
10 because of our area. With our undulation and greens, we can't go faster than 10 because they're too tricky out there.
Yes.
So we run at 10, and so this way, you know, when we practice, it's real life stuff.
And as the coach, as the golf courses all approach a higher mean age every year, and I was sitting with my friend Bob Pollock there, and
Yes.
all the older guys, and really, I tell you the truth, I really enjoyed. The reason I got up so early every morning, I wanted to have coffee with the boys. As I approach
Absolutely.
60, I guess it's something that we all want to do. We can't drink anymore, as you noticed. So you have an older membership, and you mentioned that it was monetarily paying off. Now, this is the game question.
Yes.
Is it, are the older guys using it too?
They are starting to, yes. Not all of them for sure, but
Right.
not all of them are working on their game anymore. As they tell me, I got to save my energy.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, some of them are sneaking in here at age 60, and I'm in age 70.
Yeah.
Just last week, I had 70-year-olds. They're sneaking in here and saying, hey, I want to hit it a little bit further,
Yes.
and I'm helping them out with that.
That is
and
so cool.
yeah, they might not make it public that they're coming for lessons at that age,
Yeah.
but guess what? They're coming.
That is so cool.
And it's so rewarding. Like when I see them and I put them on the machines, and all of a sudden they start, and we get all their numbers, and they see that they're hitting it, 180 off the tee, and which is still a decent drive out there for a lot of people. And then all of a sudden when they leave the facility, their average is 220. I tell you what, those guys are happy.
And they can now.
And they're seeing that is 40 yards further just by learning a little bit of technique, because I don't change a lot.
Yes.
I don't change. Not all my. I could line up my 10 best players and none of them swing the same. I don't teach them to swing like me. I have certain areas I'm looking for, but what I'm doing is, are you maximizing the ball flight? And we figured out that within everybody's swing. So it doesn't matter how old you are. I have 3 and 4 year. Terry, I teach a big junior program.
Yes.
I have 160 kids signed up starting next weekend alone. And
wicked.
I have 33 and 4-year-olds. So I start when they're that big, and then I go right till whatever age. Like I said, last week was 70-year-olds. So it doesn't matter what age. I believe I can still make people better.
And so now with the addition of 3D in your facility, you can anatomically measure their rotation, your range of motion with their shoulders, their knees, their hips, and you really are an effective balance coach here too.
I'm crazy excited.
With
Like I said,
BioCharge.
it's absolutely amazing that I get to access this stuff, and I'm living the dream every day, being able to have a facility like this and get to work with the players I do.
Jeff Chambers, congratulations in all my sincere heart. I mean, this is just a perfect example to everybody who's the head pro at a golf course. It doesn't matter where you are. You can do this in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. You can do this in Winnipeg, Manitoba, any urban center. They should be taking attention to you right now, Jeff. Congratulations.
Corey Cartouche led it in Winnipeg and absolutely killing it there. And I wanted to follow suit, and I just think it's great.
Jeff, congratulations. All the best.
Thanks, bud.
Okay.